Hello everyone, Mr. Nacho here, and welcome to the first build of the new DLC. I hope that you are enjoying it a lot. I am personally loving the Invoker and all of the changes that were made, and I have a very special build for you today. This would be the Invoker Gunslinger build. First of all, the drip. I'm using the battle helmet, the bruiser bodyplate, Night Stalker pants, and the battle gloves. This is personally just for the looks. It's not really the highest armor, but it's very close to the 50 weight threshold, so it's actually perfect for me. Then we have Primary Invoker, so that we can have the Visionary perk, and this is crucial for our build. Next up, we are using the Way of Keula. This is, in my opinion, the best ability that the Invoker has. I don't really like the level 10 ability, so we'll be using this one. Basically, you just send a wave in front of you, dealing some damage, and then there will be enemies that are drenched. This reduces their movement speed by 10%, and then every now and then a lightning will strike them, which is very good. It works very well against groups of enemies, it works very well against bosses. This is a very good ability. Next up, we have the Gunslinger and the Quickdraw, and thanks to the Visionary, now we have 4 charges of the Quickdraw. This is an insane amount, and I absolutely love it. When it comes to the relic, I'm using the new one, which is the Profane Heart. It has innate 3% lifesteal bonus, and on use increases all lifesteal efficacy by 50% for 15 seconds. The relic fragments are skill cooldown, skill damage, and mod and skill cast speed. Right now we are sitting at 75% cooldown reduction, also thanks to the Xenoplasm. When it comes to the main weapon, we are using the new gun, the Monolith. This is the gun that you get for beating the final boss. And we have Spellweaver on it. The Spellweaver actually gives us a lot of wiggle room when it comes to cooldowns and mod usage. We don't really use the gun for its gun damage, we use it to apply Exposed, we use it to cast Sandstorm, and we use it for the Spellweaver. What Spellweaver does is increases weapons mod damage and mod generation by 15% for 10 seconds when activating a skill, and we'll be casting skills all the time, so this is basically just a permanent buff to the weapon. And then activating this weapon's mod reduces skill cooldowns by 1% for every 100 mod power spent. We are spending 1000 every single time we cast Sandstorm, so this would be 10% of the skill cooldown, which is very nice. Next up, we have the Krelax with Tainted Blade, but we don't really use it too much. It's just another version of applying Corroded. The original one would be the Nebula with Feedback and Nanoswarm. This is a very powerful thing, especially because of the lifesteal that we have, and it will actually keep us very healthy all the time. It will deal a lot of damage, and then it will also apply Corroded to the enemies so that they take more damage. So we both apply Corroded, apply Exposed, spam the skills. When it comes to the Amulet, we are using the Legacy protocol. It reduces skill cooldowns by 20%, and this is the only important part for us. And it increases also skill duration by 15 seconds, but we don't really run out of the Way of Keula anyway, but it's just nice. It makes it a little bit easier. Next up, we have this burden that I can't really pronounce, so I'm not gonna. It reduces ammo reserves by 20%, but it increases mod and skill damage by 15%, which is absolutely perfect for us. Next up, we have the Burden of the Rebel. Reduces relic use speed and reduces skill cooldowns. 15% is quite a lot, so we are actually very happy about it. And we get innate 25% use speed bonus whenever we have a Invoker skill active, and we will have it active all the time. So this basically just cancels it out. Next up, we have the Burden of the Destroyer to increase all damage by 15%, and the Shedstone to increase skill damage by 15%. This is going to make our Quickdraw do a lot of damage. When it comes to the traits, we have Swiftness, Regrowth, Fortify, Flashcaster, Vigor, Expertise, Siphoner, Fitness, and Glutton. When you want to make some changes, I would remove personally maybe Regrowth or Glutton and go for something like the new trait, which is the Leech, which increases lifesteal efficacy by up to 50%, which is great. The other thing you might want to consider is the mod power generation, but we are actually getting quite enough in my opinion, so I don't really think that this is necessary. Expertise is crucial, so we'll just keep it here. And Fitness just makes it very easy for us to get out of trouble. Alright, so this is the basic introduction. What you want to do is you want to cast your Invoker skill first, then you want to cast a few of the quick draws, and then you want to refresh your Invoker skill again, and then you want to just loop those and weave in as many mod casts in between as you can. Whenever you have a mod up, you should basically just cast it. I will show you how easy it is to just deal with the bosses. We don't really care about the ammo consumption or anything. We'll just keep using our abilities over and over again, so we basically just have no worries when it comes to ammo. One thing I will mention is that you can actually use quick draw in two ways. One of them is just to press the button, which will target the closest enemy, or actually some of the enemies, and then it will just automatically shoot a few shots. Or you can just charge it up, and then you can freely aim it, and whenever you release it, it will just do a bigger damage. To be perfectly honest, I mostly just use it with the quick draw option just to automatically aim for the enemies. It's fantastic whenever you are fighting, let's say, the Annihilation, because it defaults to its weak spot, so you are doing a ton of damage this way. And I will actually show you how it works in the boss fights in a moment. And it's just a very, very fluid and easy to understand playstyle. This is the first build. There will be more to come. I hope that you are enjoying the DLC, and here's the build showcase. Hope you enjoy. Alright, so that would be all for today's video. I hope that you enjoyed. Once again, I hope that you are having fun with the new DLC. I know I am. Let me know what you think in the comments below. And as always, have a great day.